Hello, everybody, and welcome to another My Music. Whatever time it is, wherever you are, and whatever it is you're doing, just stop now, please, and have a little drink. Water is the flavour of choice, and sit back and relax because we're going to be talking to Ericka about her wonderful new album straight after this.
Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop.
Ericka, how lovely to see you again.
It's so lovely to be here. Thank you for having me.
Last time you were on, you sang for me, which was beautiful, and I shall never forget it because not many people actually do that. You're very brave, they said,
Really?
to sing. I know, it's weird, isn't it? Musicians
What?
singing
Oh.
brave. But it seemed to come very naturally to you, which was great.
Yeah, I even prepared my guitar just in case. Here it is. And I'll try not to break it this time.
No one ever wants a broken guitar.
No.
Since last time I saw you, lots has happened, and we need to talk about that. There was the whole kind of changing of your profile on social media, and then slight changing direction. I've got merch now, which I didn't have before. Which there we go. That's one of them. That's a badge.
That's a badge?
It's acrylic, yeah. It's acrylic. It's a badge. You can pin it to yourself, and that
you
can pin it to yourself and like tail on the donkey. And that is people are now trying to get to the screen and QR code that. That takes you to the podcast where you can hear people like Ericka talking.
That is so smart.
And then little pin badges as well with my face on. I'll send you some of those.
Thank you.
And then what we need you to do in return is send something for this, which is the My Music podcast board of and these are all people that have appeared on the podcast that have come and sent me stuff to appear on the board so that other people can then delight in their faces.
Great. Okay. Deal.
There's the deal. Right. There we go. So talk me through it then. What sort of prompted the sort of change of profile and reinventing yourself slightly?
I had a haircut, so
that's it.
That's important.
That's it. I had a haircut. I have one of those every 6 weeks, but I don't reinvent myself every 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Oh,
yeah.
You feel brand new, right? After this.
No, I have to be totally honest with you, and I hope she's not watching this, but because our hairdresser comes to our house, but normally straight afterwards, I feel a little bit shorn, like a sheep that's gone, through the clippers.
I know the feeling. I understand.
I personally don't think my hair looks. It's getting to the long side again now, which I don't particularly like. I think my hair looks better after about 2 weeks.
Yeah. I heard people saying this. Yeah.
You get it cut, and it's like,
it's
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
like it starts inwards.
Yeah, and then it starts to grow out, and it's like kind of perfect. And it's almost like if you could freeze it in time at that point, that would be
that would be perfect.
But the body grows it. It's weird.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
but
so
yeah.
you had your haircut. But what else made you kind of decide to,
it's just important because every single time I release something, I want to rebrand the whole thing.
Okay.
And before releasing this album, I think I'd been releasing singles for like a few years, different singles, and every single time I wanted everything, like banners, like all the avatars, everything to look different, because it's a new era in a way.
Yeah, right.
It's a new song, and I'm multi-genre in a way.
Yeah, you certainly are.
So it feels like every single time it has to be different.
Yeah.
I got this little look at this. It just doesn't. But
I think there's been a fairly major kind of change between the last era, if you like, and this era, in that you've suddenly developed this this almost angry voice at times, which is great.
wow,
Yeah,
a long time coming.
yeah,
We've been
you
waiting
know,
for it.
I almost feel like you've kind of channeled your inner Alanis Morissette. There's points in the album where you know, you can hear more sort of passion in the voice, etc. Not in before, you had lots of beauty in your voice, and that's still there. But there's times on here where you just let go that little bit more. Have you found that?
Yeah, also the sound has changed a lot. And I think generally we went indie rocky there. I guess you could say that. And it is a huge part of me. I'm like a Paramore fan and all that, all time low. And I just grew up listening to all that kind of music. But still, there's things like So Much We Lose, which is like pretty tender, and Like an Arrow, which is even a little jazzy in a way. And and just because it's like a time capsule in a way, it because the oldest song, I think I wrote it when I was 13-ish. That's Fly.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it's literally like a time travel in a way, this album. And at times it gets rockier. It just depends on what I was inspired by, I guess, at the time when I was writing it. And we started recording it a few years ago. So I've been waiting for this moment for so long. And yeah.
Does this feel like very much a massive completion point then for you, for not just for this album, but for you know, your life so far?
Yes, totally. It feels like it's hard to describe it because the main theme is like I'm never coming back. I can't go back, and it's all about that. And there's so much conflict in it because even the artwork, it's like blue background, yet pink costume, tiny little girl, yet she's like all rebellious. You know, she's like angry and all that. She's
Almost
like,
Banksy-ish, that
yeah.
image,
Yeah. And there's so much conflict in it, and yet somehow it all ties together. I don't know by even what, my voice, I guess. And I just like it. When I released it, it felt like I was like, okay, now we can do like the actual stuff that are happening at the moment, you know. And it's like because like I said, it is a time capsule. So in a way it was holding me back. I don't even know if I can say this, but yeah, because the songs are so different. They're old. I think the youngest song on the album is already like 3 years old, so it's like
3 years old.
Yeah. And
which is absolutely crazy. Tell people what the album's called.
It's called Never Coming Back, and it is also a funny story.
I was going to say, because that's kind of the complete opposite of Take That, isn't it? So explain Never Coming Back.
Actually, I wanted to name it Finally Letting It Out, and to me it was like very funny. And I thought it makes sense because I've been dreaming about it since I was like 10 or whatever.
And finally getting this album out, making it hit the airstream. Yeah.
And also one of the tracks is called Let It Out, so it's kind of, it makes sense, you know, let it out, something about letting things out. But my guitarist Andy, he said, I think the designer, he already sent the finished artwork, sent it to me, and after that my guitarist is like, well, Look, I think we've got a theme there, don't you think? The first track is called Never Coming Back. Then the last words of the last track are I can't go back, can't go back, can't go back. Do you see it, or is it only me? And I'm like, damn, you're right. I think you're right. I think I messed up big time. And I felt like, oh no, I can't, because the designer put so much work into it. I mean, come on, it's gonna actually remake the whole thing, redo it all. And
But it was all fine. It was all
yes,
fine. It worked out well.
Yeah. And it was like it wasn't just artwork. It's like everything, all the visuals, for the stories, like all the banners, everything says finally letting it out. And I'm like, oh no way, I can't just ask him to redo it all. But he said, you know what, I actually like this name better, so let's do this. So I'm so thankful. His name is David Jackson. So
who do you think the album's for then?
What? Sorry.
Who do you think the album's for?
It's for the feeling of nostalgia that holds you back. It's for this.
Oh, everybody has that.
Yes.
Rose tinted specs.
Yeah, and although title-wise, the title track is Never Coming Back, the first one. Actually, it's 12:35, the last track. 12:35 is the time that I was born. And I'm like talking to that little person on the artwork. In this picture, I can see her, and I'm talking to her. Like, you're covered in sugar in a way, but caused me pain, so I won't stay. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. Like, because this feeling, right? It's like something in the past, it was so sweet, but you forget the bitter part of the bittersweet. So
sure.
And you have to move forward, go on, live your life. And that's the main idea.
There must be so many people, especially in the sort of creative sphere, that will resonate with that. I mean, how many people are out there that, perhaps when they were younger were in a band or, played music or whatever, or saw themselves becoming a pop star or this or that or whatever, and then life happened and it didn't happen, and and may have kind of regrets about that, but actually it's learning that shouldn't be a regret. It's it's letting go of that and just seeing that as part of your past, and actually where your life is there in the future. Not that bit.
And it's important to rethink your ideas, because when you were little, I had like a humongous idea. When I was 10, I decided that by the age of 16, I'm going to be like a Hollywood Disney kind of star, like Hannah Montana and all that. That's what I decided. And by the age of 16, I was like, okay, I'm still not there. I'm still in my hometown. Should I hate myself? Like it's the point of like, you're on this junction of whether I should hate myself or should I just let life happen to me and just try and live. And at this age now, I just turned 28. I'm like, how much? How many years is that? Yeah, 28. And I was like, can I just be me? Can I just accept the, my life as it let it go as it goes?
Yeah.
Finally. And yeah, it's a huge point for me. Yeah, and also I released it on the day of my birthday. So yeah.
And also, life's very different these days.
Yeah.
Especially for musicians, etc. And that it doesn't necessarily mean that it won't happen still if you're 28, right?
Yeah. But it felt like, oh, you have to be already something by the age of like 20 max. But now I look at it like it's ridiculous. I was like a baby when I was 20. Even now, I am.
I think what's really important is that you, as a musician, you focus on what's in front of you at any one time as well, and deliver that in the best way. Are you happy with what you've delivered in this album? Are you
Yes, absolutely. It's not me right now, but it's me in every single point
up
when
to?
the song. Yeah. Up to this moment, yeah. So it's literally perfect. It's exactly what I wanted it to sound like, and I'm actually in shock that we made it happen.
Are you how are you feeling about? I mean, you've released this on Bandcamp, etc. People can support you there and pay for it, etc. Which is fantastic. Would you, at some point, would you love to see someone manifest it into physical format for you, just so you can
Yeah. I'd
put it,
love that.
put it in the in amongst the records and go, yeah,
Yeah.
that's there, so that
That would be so cool.
Ten-
Actually, it is a plan. It was the initial plan to also. But that's the question for my designer. We'll need to discuss that because I want the lyrics to be there. I want it to be all like, oh, what's that? Dust. I want it to look just nice and beautiful. I want it on vinyl and CD and maybe even cassettes. I love cassettes.
Oh yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah.
I went out and bought a cassette player last year again because artists were beginning to send me cassettes again, which is just and it's like, oh, this is brilliant,
Yeah. Especially here in the UK.
Yeah, and well, the thing is, in the same way that vinyl's become really quite cool in what you can do with it, a lot of people are now sending like really, cool color cassettes. You get like lots of. It's not just back in the day when they were like mainly grey or black with like a coloured sleeve on it. You're getting like your bright orange or your bright pink or your whatever. It's great what people can do with all of that. So listen, if you're listening to this out there and you're in a position to press music onto some kind of physical format, and you might be interested, having listened to Ericka's album, do get in touch with her.
Yay!
Cut her a deal.
Yeah,
you never know. She might take you up on it.
yeah.
We have a great we have some great new pressing plants in the UK now. I mean, there was one opened up in Scotland last year, and it's all environmentally friendly as well. I mean, I don't
Really?
know. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
put you in touch with someone that released their debut album last year, and it was pressed there. Who knows all about that?
That's wonderful.
We'll sort that out afterwards.
I'd love to go there anyway. So,
what, to Scotland?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is your favorite part of the world, actually?
Part of the world. It's not that I've been to many places, though. Oh my God, what a question. Brighton Fields. Eastbourne.
You're a cheap date, aren't you? Really? I mean, that's easy.
Yeah.
Well, where am I taking Ericka? Brighton Fields.
Brighton Fields.
I'm fine. Are you going to be out and about playing any of this album? Are you going to tour it? Yeah, great. Where are you going? What are you doing?
So just set the date, February 25th, Next Door Records. I believe it's in Shepherd's Bush here in London.
Bush. Lovely. Yeah.
Yes. And we'll already play.
You need to just tell people that you're playing Shepherd's Bush.
Yes.
It's not a lie.
It's not a lie.
If you think about it, if you put that on your Instagram, especially now they've made it bigger, isn't that a pain that they've made everything different?
I don't. Yes, it is so weird.
That's so annoying. But now they've made it bigger, you could kind of make it almost like a poster, and you could just go like Ericka James live, Shepherd's Bush.
Shepherd's Bush.
And then underneath, small writing is like,
Next Door Records.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine.
Nothing else matters.
The point is, people will see it and go, "She's playing Shepherd's Bush." It'll start circulating around. The vibe will happen.
Yeah.
So you've got to be clever about these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that it? Is that the only date you're playing this, or is that kind of like a sort of launch party thing?
Yeah, it's just a little party, but we're gonna do like an acoustic show. But still, I'm gonna play the piano. There's live piano, so I'd love to play that. And we're just gonna have so much fun. Hopefully, if people come. Otherwise, it'd be weird. But anyway, I can have fun on my own.
Can't we convince you to do like a little tour of the UK? Are you not ready for that yet? Or
Yeah, I'm not ready for it because I want to do one in Brighton though, because I used to live there. It kind of makes sense, and
Cool.
I'm still figuring this out. And then I'm going to Russia actually, and I'm definitely having a concert in March. On 14th of March, just in case if you're in Moscow, I don't know why, but yeah, and in St. Petersburg in Nizhny Novgorod, so maybe there's a tiny tour there. I don't know.
Okay, so
Weird things happen.
you're going from a record shop in Shepherd's Bush to St. Petersburg.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom, look at that.
Luckily through Scotland to press
A
some.
massive thing. So listen, you're saying, and I love the album. I think it's tremendous. If you haven't listened to the album, you really do need to go and listen to the album. She really does channel every aspect of her personality through this album, and the musicality is, as she says, quite varied, and there are subtle, gentle little moments in there as well, which are really quite heartfelt and tender. There are jazzier moments, and then there are moments where she lets rip, which is fantastic to hear. So where you said you're now at somewhere else. So where are you now? You're obviously reacting to all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You come out the other side. Have you? What's? Can you give us a little inkling into sort of like your era free? What's Ericka Jane's free look like?
Well, but I'd call it. Well, yeah, maybe it is 3, by the way, because for me it's like if we're thinking albums, it'll be Ericka Jane's 2, part 2, volume 2. But yeah, so it is an interesting question because there are 2 parts of me, 2 sides of me, and one is called something Nordic and under and above. Like I've got a written song that's called Under and Above, and there is going to be a long play. It's not an EP, I think it's a long play, so there'll be like 6 or 7 songs, and it'll be called Northern Lines, and it'll be, it sounds Nordic to me, forests, stormy oceans, and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of maybe like the band The Breath that we once opened for in Brighton, and something like that. And I'm planning to start recording it soon when I come back from my weird trip in March. So yeah, that's the next step, that's for sure. And also there's a different, like, soul-y kind of part of me.
Soul-y?
Yes, not entirely, obviously, because I'm weird, but yeah, there are, like, parts like, oh look, I'm ready.
Here it comes.
So it goes something like, I can't remember the lyrics, but something like that. You told me you didn't like me. I told you I didn't care. You said that you never loved the way I looked outside the window on a rainy day. Something like that. Yeah. So it's something like that. Look at you.
Got to have trumpet in it, right? Like muted trumpet.
Yes. And I already arranged that one, and I'm like, okay, interesting. What's that? So yeah, a few songs like this. So maybe it's a spoiler, like, for the second album. We'll see about it. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you find with being this kind of person that doesn't want to settle on any particular genre?
Yeah,
which is great. I think it's great for the listener, and we don't want our artists to be genre specific, but in this world now where you've got to upload this stuff to Spotify and whatever, I mean, do you struggle at that point? It's like,
yes, I remember I did like
yeah, Spotify wants me to be this, and
Yeah. I don't think about it too much, so I just go with the
you just
flow.
put everything. You just put upload everything by Ericka James under heavy metal, and
Yeah.
then just hope.
Yeah. Once I got into a playlist that was called by mistake. I think it was called like Christian country rock or something like that. I was like, what's it? And it was a song that's called Secret. It's like, oh, you wanna say what I feel. It's nothing about it. Nothing about it says the whatever the playlist was.
Really? Wow. Were you suddenly contacted by 1,000 Pentecostals all over the country? You know,
I know.
evangelicals.
That was so weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But no,
amazing.
yeah, I love, I'm inspired by different kinds of music. So what's the point of obviously when we have to promote it and name it something, yeah, it is a little complicated. Even with the song like an arrow, I had to ask all my friends, all my musicians first, like, what is this genre? Because I need to say something. I need to like name it somehow. I don't know. Like on the, when you pitch a track, like Spotify playlists and all that, like genre, three genres. I have no idea. So this is why, like, singer-songwriter, alternative, indie. Because I don't know.
I think we should go back to the haircut.
Yeah, let's go there.
I think what you need to do, Ericka, to make sure that this is successful across all of your output throughout all of your life is to focus this around the haircut. A little bit like Sia.
Sia.
With the fringe,
On the fringe, yeah.
where everyone goes, well, that's Sia, because of the haircut.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't matter what the output is. You can just look and go, oh, that's it. That's Ericka.
Yeah, I don't know. You probably don't know this era of me, but I think since I was 17 till 2023, I had a hair. Oh, it wasn't about the haircut, but it was about the color. Oh my god, I'm trying to find it. Right. Oh yeah, I was turquoise all the way.
Wow.
So it was like this the whole time since I was a teenager till, well, like this all the time. And people were like, okay, she's the turquoise hair girl.
Oh my word.
But I'm just tired of damaging my hair. So. This is the first year without like trying to color it something. So I'm like, whoa, well, this is cool.
The one defining feature, as you say, is your voice. I mean, you have an absolutely amazing voice. Perhaps we need to focus more on that as well.
Thank you. Well,
I think that may be the thing. Maybe we need to give you a moniker that's that really kind of defines your unique voice and that the talent in that area. Maybe we should call you The Voice or something. Do you know what?
There's a show called that.
I know. Well, there you go. You see.
Yeah.
Maybe that particular URL might be taken already, but it maybe that's the thing. I think it'd be interesting. How do you think your fans deal with the sort of movement between the different eras of you, and what sort of feedback do you get from people that listen to your music in terms of the fact that you're always trying to move on and experiment and move, push new boundaries with yourself?
I never got messages, or maybe I just don't remember because I'm ADHD old. But maybe I just don't remember. I never received messages like, complaints.
Oh, not complaints. No, of course not.
Message of complaint. A letter of complaint saying, why did you change your genre again? No, I guess they are focusing on the voice, actually, and the storytelling and just music, just generally music. If you just delete the genre aspect, it's just music, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're kind of, it's not they're trained to pay attention to music, but it's like they just kind of understand that, as time flies, I like change, people change, they change. some people were interested in my covers, and they're not really into original stuff, by the way, and it's totally fine. And for some reason, it's like that. I don't know. Maybe some people like acoustic music more, and I used to go acoustic. You know, I used to be like fully acoustic, and they loved it more because they could hear my voice, and yeah, that's it, and could hear harmony better, you know, and all that. And yeah, but it's not that they unsubscribed because of that, because of the change.
Oh,
I
well,
guess I like it. I'm very thankful, actually. Yeah, I just realized that no, they never said anything like that.
if you're listening to this and you're a fan of Ericka's, and you've followed her all the way through her career, and you can define better than we can right now, whilst we're doing this, what it is about Ericka that you love so much, perhaps let her know over the next week or so. That would be marvelous. Maybe out of that, there might be something that you can really hone in on. Maybe to put on a T-shirt at some point. Or
Oh, actually, there is something in common. There is something that they've been telling me. A sense of home and coziness.
I love that. You see, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it. That's the perfect thing right there.
Yeah.
A sense of home.
Yeah. And because some people say, "Oh, sorry, did you want to say something?"
No. Well, I do, but I'm waiting for you, because
Okay,
what you've got to
thank
say is so much more important.
Oh, no. It's just that you know, at the concerts, I used to take off my shoes and you know, have my what do you call them, like furry socks on. What do you
Yeah,
call 'em?
right. Yeah. Slipper
Yeah.
sock.
Yeah. And I felt just more comfortable because I needed to kind of feel like home on stage, and only then I just open up more. I think it's like it's okay. I'm safe. Everybody's safe, and just because I need to feel as safe as possible, they kind of get this feeling as well. And I start talking to them like as we're friends, as they're part of my family, and yeah, they mentioned something like that.
So I think what we're saying there, and again, if anyone's out there and they're a T-shirt designer, etc., and they'd love to get involved in it, it's like,
Yes, please.
we need Ericka James T-shirts with something like "We're all at home together," or something like that, as a phrase down the bottom, so that
Yeah.
you know, everybody that follows Ericka can feel that sense of community. Community is the big thing in 2025. Did you know that?
Yeah, I noticed it.
It's massive. I now have a community, an online community. I'll invite you into it after this, so that you can come and hang out with the cool people.
Awesome. I'd love to hang out with cool
Or
people.
actually, we're not cool, and that's what makes us cool.
Yeah, exactly. I love that.
You get my gist. You know, we're trying to avoid the cool people because they're just loud. We're
Yeah.
trying to be people that are, that actually care. Ericka, it's always an absolute pleasure talking to you. You always
Likewise.
play guitar, which is fantastic for us, and thank you
Aw.
very much. I really enjoyed that little soul bit. Your album is available for people to download, but don't just download it. Please go and buy it as well,
Thank you.
and support Ericka in her journey. It's over on her Bandcamp. You can go and find it, Ericka James, on Bandcamp. Just put that in, you'll find it, and it's there. There it is. And as I say, if you're a vinyl manufacturer and you'd love to sort of, get hold of it and put it on vinyl, we would love that to happen.
Here's the agreement, the draft.
Here's the agreement. You can make a little bit of money out of it, but most of it can go back to Ericka and the band. Okay, that's the kind of way we roll. I will send you some of these. Okay,
please do. I love that.
Send me your address. We'll do that. We need to get a photo of you from here. But you've been an absolutely fantastic guest yet again, and thank you for coming on, folks.
Thank you.
This is wonderful, Ericka James. Do go and check out her album. She's never coming back, apart from next time when she'll be on to talk about the new EP when it's available. You've been wonderful at home listening to this as well. Thank you so much for all of your support. as always, do press all of the buttons to subscribe and like and all of that sort of thing. You know what to do much better than I do. That's all very technical. We will be back soon with more of the same, but until then, go and check out Ericka's music right now. Bye for now.
Thank you, Graham.